Who do you think in life has made the least amount of mistakes? Watch this question. In life, who's made the fewest amount of dumb decisions in his life? RFK, Trump, Biden, DeSantis, Pence. Who do you think's made the fewest mistakes?
DeSantis by far.
DeSantis.
By far.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Why is that a problem?
What an interesting point.
You ever met
Other than he's
people-
much younger.
Dude, let me tell you, no, that's not it. That's got nothing to do with it. RFK, Vivek is super young. It's not the, Vivek I think is 38. I don't know how old Vivek is, 38 or 39. It's got nothing to do with age. This has got to do with who's made the fewest mistakes is DeSantis. Do you know nobody puts more pressure on DeSantis than himself? I don't know the dynamics of how he was raised with mom and dad. We all like to keep a little bit of it as a secret. You know, even in the book Joseph Kennedy I'm reading, Joseph Kennedy doesn't want to reveal a lot about his relationship with his mom and dad. He just doesn't want to be because he wants to identify as I made my own money. He didn't want to give that credit to his parents. When I watch DeSantis, I almost feel like his entire life he's been, nope, I can't kiss that girl because people are going to say this. Nope, I can't punch that guy in the face because they're going to say this. Nope, I can't do this because this. Nope, I can't say that because of, nope, I can't read this because one day if I ever run and they find out I wrote this paper in my graduate, they're going to say this. I think he's that guy. And I think he needs to have a one-on-one conversation with himself and say, listen, man, it's okay to make mistakes, bro. All these candidates have made more mistakes than you. America doesn't relate to perfect people. America relates to broken people. America relates to people who have made mistakes. America relates to people that are not perfect. He is too perfect.
Did you happen to see the video during COVID when he actually broke down crying when he was explaining that they had locked down those people and people didn't get to say goodbye to their parents?
Yes.
I think that's the moment that you're looking for. You're looking for that sort of honesty. It's interesting because I'm with you on that, but to another extent, this also strikes me sort of like the marketing thing. We're holding something against the guy, like we're sort of saying he's too functional in a way, and that to me strikes me a bit as, oh, he's accomplishing too many of the things we want. He's too functional. He doesn't make these crazy mistakes. He doesn't have the sloppy errors on the side. No, I know that's not exactly what you're saying, but in terms of what we're going to vote for ultimately, like we've got a guy that really has the package. I think I agree with you that there is a vulnerability that maybe we should see a little bit more, a certain raw passion we should see a little bit more, and that's why I think that moment that I just referenced was a good one.
I know. I actually think this is Ron has got to go away. I don't know how many times in my life.
You want him to do ayahuasca? That's where
no,
this is
not ayahuasca. No.
Ron, if you're looking for a partner, I can help you out, buddy.
No. But let me tell you, a lot of times I would say, Jen, I'll see you at dinner. I'm staying at the Four Seasons. I got to go think. And you would come into my room, and there was all these, these big papers that you write on. But I like the ones with the tape in the back where you can tape against the wall. You would come into my room, and there's like 60 of them against the wall. Here's what I'm going to do with this part of my Tico. I want to do this to raise them this way. Here's what my plan is with Dylan this way. Here's what I want to do with this company. This is what I want to do with this part of my health. I don't like my weight. I'm at 258. Can't stand it. Here's what I want to do with my marriage. This is what I want to do with God. This is what I want to do with my finances. This is what I want to do with my investments. And everything is how to get there, right? But the most important part when I did these exercises, and I got away from everybody, including my wife, I don't want anything. You can get a hold of me. The only person that can get a hold of me is my wife. I'm in my room. Trust me. Call me. I'm right here, right? Phone is off. Everything's gone. I would go in the sauna and I would sit there, and for 2 hours I'm in the sauna, jacuzzi, all this stuff, and I'm just thinking, what do you want to do next? What are you doing this for? Why do you need to make the next move? Why do we need to go to the next level? You versus you, PBD. Nobody exists. This has to matter to you. Why? Every time, if I got to the moment where I'm breaking down by myself, I always came out with better moves. This guy needs to take a break from everybody. Get away for 2 days. It's not a long time. Take a Saturday and a Sunday in Jacksonville. Get in a car. You can't go to a hotel, so he's got to kind of figure out a way to go to a place that nobody can, security, everybody can be outside. You need to be away from everybody. And you need to have a conversation with you. One time on a flight back from Chicago, I took a notepad and I wrote down why I'm afraid of getting married and why I don't want to get married. I have that paper till today. I bring it back, I put it in my Samsonite, and I'm just writing. Well, because of this happened this, because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that. Finally, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Let's roll. Now, you ain't going to get perfect, but let's roll. See what happens with it. Okay? I had to go through that moment in a plane. I'm like sitting like this because I don't want anybody to see me. I don't think this is a, let's try to change Ron. I don't think this is a, hey, Ron, you better say these 17 phrases. I don't think this is, go give these 19 phrases. All that stuff is the how-to. I think the why too is, why do you give a shit so much? Go back and see you're a good guy. You're doing the right things. You ain't perfect. Like this whole thing of walking on eggshells around yourself, it's got to kind of stop. Like, go play ball and you may lose. All good. Or you may win. All good. But the way you're going right now, of what you're doing, I think you're going back to being so afraid of what are people going to say if I say this or write this or do that, and it's holding you back. Anyways, we can go to the next. I'll give you the final thoughts here before we move away from DeSantis.
No, listen, you're talking about something existential, something ephemeral, and something that captures that zeitgeist thing that I think is right. You're doing like a Jordan Peterson move on him that I think probably would translate into something that he wants, which ultimately is to become president, right? To win this thing and do it. So I actually don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. It also, it's just a matter of, I think we all have to accept that, you know, we might sit here as relatively functional people and be like, boy, I just want the guy who's the best. I don't need all the magic tricks. I don't need all the viralness. I don't need all of those things. A certain amount of people do. A certain amount of people do, whether we like it or not. So if that's a piece that seems to be missing, you're obviously not the only person saying it. I actually don't. I actually do agree with that.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to go to the next topic. I want to show a couple of the clips of what happened with Pence's last day of running for office and Asa Hutchinson.
Last day of being in business, yeah.
But again, guys, we're about to announce at the end of this year the first town hall we're doing in this building. That'll happen on August 4th, and the tickets are going to sell out the moment especially the VIP ones, where you're going to meet the candidate and go in the back with the cigar lounge. And this person's actually wanting to go to the cigar lounge and meet many of you. Text the word podcast to 310-340-1132. Once again, 310-340-1132. We'll send a link the moment I announce it at the end of the podcast. So can you play this clip? Tucker Carlson, okay? Tucker Carlson, conversation that's been coming up with him on I asked everybody at Turning Point USA who went there, and I'm asking different guys to tell me, who were the stars of the best messages they gave, right? Who were the stars? Some say, obviously, Trump. Then they say Ronald, what is his name? The gentleman, Byron.
Oh, Byron Daniels? Donalds. Byron
Donalds.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
Rep from Southwest Florida.
Forgive me for not knowing his name. I know who this guy is.
I know who he is.
He's a congressman from Fort Myers area. The guy's
he is a stud.
Answer. Hey,
black guy?
He's
how do you feel about all the ladies were waving you kisses? He says, that's great, but the only one that I'll receive and kiss back is my wife. He's a very good communicator. He's got charm.
I've seen him before.
I heard Trump. I heard Tucker. I heard him. I heard Kirk. Were the best speakers, but a lot of people said Tucker kind of stole the show as well.
Tucker was amazing.
Tucker kind of stole the show. What I heard from a lot of people.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.